Hi everyone, this is Brittany back with another yoga video. Today's class is going to be all about energizing and invigorating the body. So I'm not going to be using any props today, but as always, if you have a couple blocks at home, you might find those to come in handy. When you're ready, we're going to get started seated at the back of our mat. Any position that feels most comfortable for you. You can always prop your hips up with a block here. We're just going to be here for a couple moments. So when you're ready, find a comfortable seat. Take one hand onto the low belly and opposite hand on the heart. And closing the eyes, just taking a moment, connecting with our breath, using it as a tool to calm the mind, relax the body, let go of our day. Take a scan from the crown of your head all the way down to your toes and find an understanding of where you are today, how you're feeling. Mentally, physically, emotionally, whatever it is that comes to mind. Just taking this time to acknowledge. Breathing in and out through the nose. Feel your belly press into your palm. Feel your chest rise with each inhale. And find a little more ease through each exhale. Taking one more deep breath here. And when you're ready, blink the eyes open and come forward into a tabletop position. Coming onto all fours, plant the palms just outer shoulder width distance, spread the fingers wide, knees beneath the hip points and the toes tracking right behind your knees. We'll start with some cat and cows to warm up the spine. With an inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart, draw the shoulders back toward the hips. Exhale to cat pose, push the floor away, draw the navel in, round the spine, drop the head. 3 more, inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Tucking the tailbone under, chin to chest. Inhale, open the heart, keep the core connected. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Last one, deep breath in. And deep breath out. Coming back into a neutral spine, tuck the toes under, right away downward facing dog. Send the hips back and up to the sky and then walk it out here as one knee bends. Press the opposite heel down toward the mat, warming up the backs of our legs. Make sure those hands are outer shoulder width distance. Spread the fingers wide, claw into the fingertips. Feet are hips width distance. Heels are hiding behind the toes. Good. When you're ready, bring some stillness into the legs. Keep a soft bend in the knees. Pressing the heels down toward the mat as you reach the hips up toward the sky and press the chest toward the thighs. With your next inhale, come high on the tippy toes and then exhale, press the heels a little deeper. 2 more just like that. Inhale to lift. Exhale, press. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Once more, inhale, lift the heels. This time as you exhale, bend the knees. Look forward between the palms and walk to the top of your mat. Take your time, land the feet about hips width distance. Keep a generous bend in the knees, belly toward the thighs. Grab for opposite elbows, ragdoll pose if it feels good. Sway a little side to side. Allowing the weight to settle toward the balls of the feet, heart overhead, fresh oxygen into the brain. Allow the shoulders to fall and the cheeks and the forehead to melt toward the earth. Releasing the spine with gravity. And releasing those hands with an inhale, lift halfway, lengthen. Sliding the palms up toward the shins. Keep that slight bend in the knees as you reach the heart forward. And exhale to fold it back in. Good. Chin to chest. Slowly rise 1 vertebra at a time. Stacking the pelvis over the heels and then unroll the spine. When you get to the top, inhale, reach arms to the sky. Exhale, side stretch to the right. Drop the right arm, reach up and over through the left fingertips. Pausing for a couple breaths here. Lengthen the tailbone down toward the heels. Draw the navel in. Knit the front of the rib cage closed. So we're active in the front body here. Good. Inhale through center, both arms high. Exhale, side stretch to the left. Center. Exhale, forward fold. Draw the hands through heart. Soften the knees, hinge from the hips, fingertips to toes. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen heart forward. Shift the weight toward the balls of the feet. And exhale to fold. Framing your feet with your fingertips or blocks if you have them. Step your left foot back, going into a lunge. Pausing for a moment. Right knee over right ankle. Reaching the heart forward, lifting the belly away from that front thigh. One more breath here. Lowering that back knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, crescent moon, Anjaneyasana, fingertips to the sky. Pausing for a moment. Draw the inner thighs in and up. Lifting up through the heart. Breathe here. Make sure that right knee stays stacked over the right ankle. Relax the toes, relax the shoulders. Allowing the hips to open. Keep the right hip drawing back and the left hip reaching forward. Good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, half split. Sweep the arms. Shift the hips back. Extend the right leg. Take your fingertips to the floor, landing into that half split stretch or runner's lunge. Breathing here. Soft bend in the right knee. Think of sliding that right heel back as you reach the left hip forward. Again, blocks if necessary. Keep the belly hugging away from that front thigh. 2 more breaths here, breathing into that right leg. Toes reaching up toward the sky. Good. Inhale, send the heart forward, and exhale, shift back into your lunge, tucking the back toes, lift the back leg. From here, plant the palms to the mat, step the right foot back, high plank. Spread the fingers wide, push the floor away, draw the navel in, tuck the tailbone, reach the heart forward, breathe here. From here, shift forward onto your tippy toes, allow the shoulders to pass your fingertips, and then lower the knees to your modified plank. Keep the navel hugging in, tailbone tucking under. Deep breath, reach the chest forward, and exhale, lower all the way to your belly, drawing the elbows back toward your toes. Press the tops of the feet down. Inhale, baby cobra. Lift the chest just a few inches, and lift your palms to hover an inch off of your yoga mat. Pull the elbows back toward your toes and reach the crown of your head forward. Inhale, lengthen a little longer. And exhale to release. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Press the floor away. Send the hips all the way back to the sky. Pause here, settle into your down dog. Take 3 deep breaths. Keep the front of the rib cage knitting closed. With your next inhale, come high on your tippy toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, walk to the top of your mat. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, press into the feet this time, sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, side stretch to the left. Drop your left arm, reach up and over through the right fingertips. Pause here, settle in for a couple breaths. Lengthening tailbone down toward the heels, slight bend in the knees. Inhale through center, exhale to the right. Feel all of that length in the left side of the body. Ground through the heels, relax the toes. Inhale through center, exhale, forward fold, hands to heart, hinge from the hips, fingers to toes. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold, frame your feet, step your right foot back this time. Into our lunge. Pause for a moment. You can rock it a little forward and back if that feels good. Left knee over left ankle. Draw the inner thighs in and up. So we're not just sinking into our lunge, but we're really active here. Inner thighs hugging into the midline. When you're ready, lower that back knee, untuck the toes, deep breath in, crescent moon, Anjaneyasana. Hugging the navel in, tuck the tailbone under, push into that left heel, lift the heart. Relax the shoulders. Good. Breathing here, opening our hips. Find a moment. Deep breath in. Exhale, half split. Sweep the arms out and around. Shift the hips back. Extend through that left leg, toes to the sky, fingertips to the floor. Settle into the stretch here. Soft bend in the left knee. Reach the right hip forward. And breathe a little deeper here. Breathing into the backs and sides of the rib cage. One more deep breath. Good. Inhale, lengthen the heart forward. Exhale, plant the left foot, tuck the back toes, lift the back leg. Plant the palms, high plank. Step the left foot back to meet the right. Pause for a moment here. Find your plank. Push the floor away, lifting up through the armpits. Shift forward onto your tippy toes. Lower to the knees, lower to the belly. Inhale, cobra, press through the feet. This time push into the palms, but still imagine sliding the body forward as you pull the elbows back. Back of the neck long. Inhale, lengthen a little longer. Exhale, release. Downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, hips to the sky. Settle in for 2 deep breaths. Child's pose if you need it. When you're ready, find your downward facing dog. With your next inhale, send the right leg to the sky, 3-leg down dog. Exhale, low lunge. Draw your right knee in toward your nose and land that foot between your palms. Take as many steps as you need. When you're ready, inhale, crescent lunge. Sweep the arms up to the sky. Keep the back heel lifted. The tailbone, lift the belly. Hug the front of the rib cage in, strong in the belly. From here, extend the right leg straight. With an inhale, lift your heart to the sky. Breathe. Find a point of focus. Find your breath. Good. Take one more deep breath in, and then exhale, bend back into that front knee. Warrior 2, spin the left heel down, open your hips to the left, drop your arms into a T. Okay, take a moment to adjust your stance as needed. Front heel is intersecting the arch of the back toes. Front knee presses out just enough to see that big toe on the inside. Find your breath, hugging inner thighs to the midline. Lengthen up through the crown of your head, relax your toes. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten the right leg, flip the right palm and high five the wall behind you. Pausing here for a moment. Keep the inner thighs hugging in and up, belly strong. Lengthening out of that right rib cage, take a deep breath in. Exhale, warrior 2, rebend into that right knee a little deeper, arms to a T, and we're going to take 2 of those breath to movement. Inhale, reverse triangle, right leg straightens. Exhale, warrior 2. One smart inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, warrior 2, low lunge. Cartwheel the arms down. Frame the front foot, spin to the ball of the back foot. This time, step it back to your downward facing dog. Right meets left, and walk it out. Couple deep breaths. You can always take a flow here if you want a little bit more, or you can take a child's pose if you need a rest. When you're ready, meeting in downward facing dog. With your next inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, low lunge, draw that knee in toward the nose, shift the weight forward, then land that foot between your palms. Take a moment to settle in, right heel stays lifted, ground through the feet. Inhale, crescent lunge, arms reach to the sky. Take a moment to settle in, lengthen tailbone down. Draw the navel in, knit the front of the rib cage close. Reach up through those fingertips. Relax the shoulders. Good. Drive into that left heel. Extend the left leg. Inhale, lift the heart to the sky. Little balance challenge here. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, re-bend into that left knee, crescent lunge. Open, warrior two. Spin the right heel down, open your hips to the right, arms to a T. Good, adjust as you need. Back toes turn slightly in here. Front toes pointing directly forward, front knee in line with that second toe. Couple breaths. Take a moment, find something to soften, relax the neck, the jawline. Good. Flip that left palm to face the sky. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten the left leg, high five the wall behind you. Keep the core connected, but allow that left rib cage to flare open. Ground through the feet, legs are strong. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, warrior two. Bend a little deeper into that left knee. Two more. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, warrior two. Once more. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, warrior two. Low lunge. Cartwheel the arms down, frame the front foot, spin to the ball of the back foot. Downward facing dog. Take it back, take a moment, a couple deep breaths. Good, walk your feet as wide as your mat here. And start to walk your hands into your feet, coming into a wide fold, ragdoll pose. Grab for opposite elbows, sway a little side to side. Allow the spine to decompress. Fresh oxygen into the brain, calming the mind, releasing any stress or anxiety. Good. Find stillness. Release the arms and slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Good. From here, move to the center of your mat. We're going to take a wide stance. So nice wide stance, toes pointing out to the diagonal. You don't want them to be too far out or you're going to feel like you're going to fall over. So about to the diagonal, and then extend your arms up, finding our star pose. Spread the fingers wide, push into the feet, reach as far as you physically can. This is our power pose here. Keep the navel drawing in, tailbone lengthening, quads engaged, lift up on the kneecaps. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, goddess. Hands to heart center. Squat down like you were sliding down an imaginary wall. So the shoulders stay stacked over the hips. We want to be mindful we're not hinging forward. So the tailbone points down, shoulders back. Pressing the knees toward the pinky toes. We're going to do that 2 times. Breath to movement. Inhale, star. Push into the heels. Reach to the sky as far as you physically can. Exhale, goddess. 2 more times. Inhale, star. Exhale, goddess. Slide down that imaginary wall. Last one here. Inhale, star. Exhale, goddess. Good. Inhale, star. This time as you exhale, lower your arms to a T. Turn the heels out, toes slightly in. Take the palms to the sky. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, wide leg forward fold, hinging forward with a flat back. Release your hands down to the floor. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen, send the heart forward, and then exhale, fold it in. Good. So a few options here. You can use a block or a book for your hands or your hat if you need to. You can plant your palms beneath your shoulders. You can walk your fingertips in line with your toes. You can grab onto the legs, pull yourself in, whatever feels good, whatever is calling you here. Keep a slight bend in the knees. We want to be mindful we're not locking through the knees here, and allow the weight to settle slightly into the balls of the feet. Try to keep the shoulder blades sliding down the back away from the ears like they were sliding into your back pockets. Think of broadening the sit bones, reaching the inner thighs back, and then imagine hugging the inner thighs on a giant beach ball. So we're still nice and active here. And just allow the cheeks and the forehead to melt toward the earth. Make sure you're not gripping into the toes. Just enjoy the stretch for a couple more breaths. Decompressing the spine. Again, all that oxygen flowing into the brain, calming the mind and the nervous system. Okay, come up onto the fingertips and toe heel your feet about halfway in. Heels in, toes wide. Malasana squat the hips down. Maybe take your hands into heart center. So this is a huge opener for the hips. You can keep your fingertips down. You can sit on a book or a block. Maybe the hands come to heart. Think of reaching the sit bones down toward the earth and the crown of the head up toward the sky. Press the palms together, press the knees out. Try to shift the weight toward the pinky toe edges of the feet so we're not rolling in on the inner arches. Breathe here. Think of hugging those inner thighs together. We're still strong in the legs. One more breath. Good. Releasing those hands down. Make your way to a seated position. Extend your legs long and then just give them a shake here. Shake out the legs, shake out the feet. Good. Legs stay long here. Start to walk your sit bones back like you were plugging your legs into the hip sockets. So we're sitting up nice and tall on our sit bones, legs extended. If this is a lot in the low back or the hamstrings, you can bring a bend into the knees here. Toes up toward the sky. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, seated forward fold, hinging forward, capturing whatever you can here. Feet, ankles, calves, drawing yourself into that fold. Try to keep the spine as long as you can here. Heart open, shoulders down. Breathing into that stretch into the backs of the legs here. Keep the belly hugging away from the thighs. 2 more breaths. And slowly release, rolling on up. Scoot the hips forward toward the top of your mat. And then slowly roll all the way down to your back. Once you get there, take a full body stretch. Extend the arms overhead, feet in the opposite direction. Allow that low back to lift and the front of the rib cage to flare open. Good. Arms lower by your side. Walk your feet in, planting the heels right in front of your sits bones. Inhale, bridge pose. Press into the heels, hips to the sky. Pausing at the top, hug the inner thighs together, lengthen the sitting bones toward the backs of the knees, press evenly through all 4 corners of the feet, space between your chin and your chest as you breathe. Good. Inhale, lift a little higher, and exhale, release, soften the chest, roll it down 1 vertebra at a time. Good. Draw both knees into the chest, give them a little squeeze. Take a gentle rock side to side. Hug the right knee into the chest, extend the left leg long, and flex the feet here. Keep the legs active. Then extend that right leg to the sky and interlace your fingers behind the right thigh. As you pull that right leg in, allow the thigh to press into your palms in resistance. So we're sort of pushing and pulling at the same time. Helps to build strength and lengthen the muscle. And relax the shoulders, finding your breath here. Each exhale, finding a little bit more space, deepening the stretch. Feet are flexed, inner left thigh reaches down. Good. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, nod your chin toward your chest. Peel the shoulder blades up. Draw your nose in toward your knee. Press your low back down so much the left leg lifts to a hover here. So you can stay connected to that right thigh or reach the hands forward. Building strength in our core here. Keep those feet flexed. Toes are active. Belly button draws down toward the spine. Low back pushes into the floor. Relax the shoulders. Soften the neck. Breathe. 1 more breath. And release. Draw that right knee into the chest. Left hand, outer right knee. Hug that right leg across the body for a spinal twist. Looking over that right shoulder if it feels good. Keep the right hip reaching away from the right armpit. Breathe the length of the spine. Coming back through center, switching out the legs, hug the left knee into the chest, extend the right leg long, flex the feet, extend that left leg to the sky, interlace your fingers behind the left thigh and gently draw it in as you push that thigh into the palms. Inner right thigh roots down. Left hip is reaching down away from the left armpit, so those hips stay nice and square. Soften where you can. Maybe notice if the side is a little tighter than the other. Send your breath where you feel it the most. Get a deep breath in. Exhale, nodding chin toward the chest. Peel the shoulder blades up. Press the low back down. Lift that right leg to a hover. And then maybe send those arms forward. Palms to the sky. Relax the neck. Isometric hold. Finding our center. Building strength. Draw the ribs to the spine. Breathe. One more breath. And release. Hug the left knee into the chest. And then take it across the body. Supine to a second side. Maybe gaze over that left shoulder. Relax the right leg. Breathe the length of the spine. Good. Coming back through center. Draw both knees into the chest. Gentle squeeze. Rock side to side. This time curling into a tiny ball. Draw your nose in toward your knees. Hug your knees in. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release to your final resting pose. Extending the legs and the arms. Take up some space here. Close down the eyes. Slow down the breath. Taking a scan from the crown of your head all the way down to your toes. Find an understanding of how you're feeling now at the end of our practice. Physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever it is, just acknowledging. Allowing the weight of our body to surrender, trusting the support of the earth beneath us. Jawline is relaxed. Soften around the eyes, smooth out the forehead. You're welcome to remain in your Shavasana as long as you need. If you're ready to move on with your day, start to bring some movement back into your fingers and your toes. Extending the arms overhead, feet the opposite direction. Take that full body stretch. Gently rolling onto one side. Rest your head on your upper arm. Pausing for a moment. When you're feeling ready, press yourself up. Find a comfortable seated position. Eyes remain closed. Sitting up nice and tall. With an inhale, reach both arms up and overhead. Bring the palms to touch. As you exhale, draw your hands to heart. Bow your head forward. Honor and thank yourself for taking the time to be on your mat today. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you. Namaste. Thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.